Onivia, League of Legends highlights.
Up top, we got 3 top laners. We've theoretically got 2 mid laners. I haven't seen Volibear there yet, but I wouldn't put it past G2. So we're going to have to wait until this ticks down a little bit before we really...
6 yet.
Yeah, there's Stormstrike, half the health bar now onto Impact. That looks like they're going for the dive. Great stun comes out in First Blood's oh so easy for G2 topside.
And that's really bad because
This is why you're the lost salesman.
This is, you know, I mean, the war on Boris, it rages on.
I know, every single day.
Yeah.
As Mickey and Perks back down to here towards the bottom side. In fact, there are a couple of members extra for G2 as the slows down onto Core JJ. Immediate flash out from Tactical.
Ooh.
He's down to 2,500 health, but they turn it onto Mickey and grab that kill. Tactical's definitely dead, but he'll be typing worth in all chat, absolutely. After that trade.
Really awkward spot.
Yeah, in fact, no one's really looked at the Dragon at all so far this game. G2 has pushed that gold lead back just a little bit with that extra kill, as now Tactical having to deal with a big old bear running down here. Caps will turn up, phase dive on top of the Kalista as Fate's Call comes down. Only a single knockup, but Core JJ an amazing face breaker before he goes down. It is 2 kills for G2, and they have started this one off early as Impact now in trouble. Chain Lash comes through as Wonder's going to flash. For some reason, just exciting stuff. Sometimes you just want to press your buttons.
He doesn't want to get help pixed and then chain with
It was also very close to turret range,
yeah.
So maybe that was an adjustment there. But yeah, help picks certainly a thing that would have been his death. Some exciting top lane stuff though. Okay, Perks caught in the shot just a little bit as Jankos is here. Onslaught of Shadows comes down as Perks is definitely dead. He's going to throw out a volley in some direction, but he flashes away and will survive. Oh no, Core JJ, will he have enough movement speed from the Q? That's the question. Doesn't have flash, of course, wants to oh, the face breaker max range! And the Haymaker will secure the kill. Core JJ saying, well, you're not going to take it, I will. Is going to be. As Impact just trying to hold on here. Has been put pretty considerably behind, especially in farm. 15 CS going to be that gap as Silas continues to put on the pressure. This pick working out very, very well as Rift Herald has been started. Shelly just going to be fighting the bear here just a little bit as Tactical finds himself without too many friends towards the bottom side as he's down extraordinarily low and Perks will pick up that kill. Some great health to eat there from Mickey as Impacted teleported but way too late and they're going to lose everything.
Yeah, is that it's pretty much a lane kingdom everywhere. Mid lane, you can say that Sir Jensen is ahead in CS while he's supposed to be.
Yep.
As well as Caps has gone places to make things happen. But the early pressure wasn't there to be able to translate into anything meaningful, and so the Echo just got to coast by entirely for free. And the longer that this game goes on, it's only going to get worse. We're at a 3,000 gold lead. Shirley is about to get a second charge here onto the top tier 2, and things are just looking disastrous because TL, who it's so important that their items came online faster and that they team fight sooner than their opponents, and they look for those
team fights around the objectives, and instead trying to put TL as far behind and as far away from that moment as possible as Perks doesn't quite have the arrow. It's finally up as Wonder's turned up. Oh! There's the onslaught of Shadows, but it's not the one coming from TL, and 2 very swift kills out of G2. This could be the beginning of the end for Team Liquid as Caps not able to find the parallel convergence, but that would
do anything when they're so far behind their opposition, then Lulu just ends up feeling pretty hopeless.
Yeah, you kind of lose any of the upsides. As speaking of which, G2 going to be starting off this Ocean Drake. TL not wanting to give this one away for free. They did manage to get that first one. Wonder getting pushed out just a little bit, but the Drake is going to very cleanly go over to G2. And the arrow not going to connect there onto Tactical, who walks intelligently towards Wonder as Caps is going to close the gap. Core JJ over with the Hex flashes. Now Broxer looking to get into that back line. He's by himself though, and he gets put underneath the turret. Oh dear. As that's a decent face breaker out from Core JJ, trying to salvage this fight, but you can see in the health bars that it's not going well for Team Liquid. Jensen underneath this turret, but that is not as safe as he's otherwise like it to be. Impact doing a decent job there, but even the Storm ripping him apart as Wonder gets underneath the turret and takes down the Lulu. And now G2 will be able to take down this outer turret in the mid lane. 10-2 in kills. This is getting towards the shellacking.
Oh, this is a massacre in the making right now. G2, they're up almost 8,000 gold. And you have 10 stacks Darkseal on.
I think he's going to try and play Keeper.
Ooh.
Arrow's going to connect. That should buy them a fair bit of time, but Broxer, very quick, can get over the wall, of course, as Wonder with the blast cone. Impact in trouble. Chain Lash will land as Yankos diving on in, but he might have been a little bit overextended as he is going to be taken down very quickly. Wild Growth onto Core JJ to keep him alive, but there is the hijack onslaught in Shadows, and I feel like the wallets are too heavy on the side of G2. 2 kills already, make it a double for Perkz now as Tactical is doing the best he can, but it is not going to quite be enough. Triple kill for Perkz, that's the ace, and this should be the game for G2.
This is definitely going to be the game. I think the death timers are very high, and with these characters being the ones that are remaining, I think it's almost, it's probably a surety that this game could definitely end. But G2 actually looking like they might just go for double inhibitor. They're not gonna try to end, or
sometimes you got to play it safe by the water. Yes, as they are going to let Team Liquid respawn. Will be the Baron's still available, of course.
Live longer, more problems would end up arising. He looks like he's building towards Locket of the Iron Solari.
Yep.
So Boris definitely fuming.
Yeah, he's upset. As Cap's going to turn up, Tactical dancing around, but able to get a lot of damage there onto Caps. The arrow is going to miss. There's the Fate's Call as Facebreaker onto just one, but you can see Perkz is just melting Core JJ right now. It is going to be Tactical taken down at the beginning, and that is disastrous. Scatter the Weak for a couple of stuns, but the follow-up just isn't there unless you're talking about G2. Impact caught out of position. He'll go down, he'll sacrifice himself for the good of Broxer and Jensen, but I don't know whether it's going to quite be enough as those chains very, very close. Caps just says, nah, flashing on you, mate. And he is going to be able to take down the Syndra. Only Broxer alive as G2 are going to push through for the final time.
Well, it does look like G2 are going to clap back in the game here. And from start to finish, they were just in total control of the game.
Yeah.
Pretty much all of the laning phases inside of the jungle. Yankos was just... He was running a bit of a clinic on Broxer.
So certainly look towards Marchi to see whether they can get these advantages very early in this game. And I think for a Blade Surge, we'll find it as PK offering a fair bit of damage back there. Very nicely done. Evens things out relatively, but this has still been in a lot of control. You can see demonstrated already in the CS as well. This is absolutely not how this lane was envisioned by Marchi when they picked the Jace.
No, and
oh! Solo kill underneath the turret. Bin's going to be able to take him down, and yeah, this is a disaster already.
To clear in his jungle now. Close encounter there in the mid lane, but the top lane threat is already there. It looks like lethality is going to be the route for Jace. It's not going to see any Monomune or Black Cleaver attempt. He might not be wanting to go that route given that he's behind. He's trying to bait right now. He's trying to make Aurelia think that he's an idiot.
Yep.
But he's not. He's got a bear.
He does indeed. There's the flash forward, and you can see Bin trying to keep himself alive. Koala's here as well. They understood that it was probably not enough to just try and gank the Aurelia, but I don't know whether he's going to be able to survive this one, and he's not. PK will be able to assert his revenge. Called his cousins, got them to come through and try and take him down, you know?
Yeah. Definitely a Sag moment.
Yep, that is mission-winning lane right there, 100%. As, well, we're calling the police a lot here. As Gemini, turn off that siren, my dude. Is this... Oh, okay, no, never mind. It is going to wear off. I thought we were going to have that another Zhonya's bug, but instead it's just like the cops are here for the rest of the game. As, indeed, they are back. As SOFM now thinking about trying to help out Sorta, but I don't think it's going to quite be enough. He flashes out of the way, but Koala is going to be able to lock down the kill. Decent stun there from Huanfeng off to the side, but you can see still Marchia on the aggression. Oof. Great collateral damages. Here comes the curtain call. He's searching for Bruce and Gemini, but you can see Koala just going to be tanking this one up.
That'll be pretty interesting. There's always that little mini game that junglers like to try to accelerate towards that breakpoint for themselves and their camps.
Yeah, well, SOFM going to find Koala here as the curtain call comes down. That's a great stun. That was incredibly creative as Huanfeng. He notices exactly where that dredge line is going, and that is a dead Koala. Oh, I just made myself sad. As now SOFM is going to start off this Infernal Drake, and will be the first of the game going over to Suning.
And things are just not really working out that well for Machi-X here. This is actually very akin to the previous game that we just cast, Atlas, where Machi-X, onus is on them to get ahead, much like it was TL.
Yep.
And even though we're not having the kind of lane, well, actually, we kind of are. Top lane is a little bit of a mess.
Try and get them back into this one. They do have pick options, absolutely, but having a look back towards the top side really reaffirms the control that Suning does have, as SOFM does have full vision of what's going on here, as Mission's going to steal away the Gromp, but he's going to be turned golden, and the Facebreaker does come down. Sorry, it's not a Facebreaker, that's a big old taunt from Angel, as immediately Mission's taken down. It is the bear to get rid of the Gargoyle, as this magical journey will get Suning towards Bruce, who flashes over the wall.
What?
Another Cosmic Binding. This guy invents physics. Sword Art, you're ridiculous.
That was truly interesting, as now Suning, they propel themselves to such a comfortable lead. Oh, Koala.
Oh no, don't corner the Koala underneath the turret. One Fang. Okay, that Cosmic Binding isn't going to land, but the rest of the abilities probably will, and SOFM will clean this one up. So Nautilus dead, and this bottom lane outer turret probably soon to follow as well.
3,500 gold advantage now for Suning, and hold on!
Yeah, we got another solo kill underneath the turret. Bin this time does have to flash, so not necessarily as impressive as the last one. As Suning, they're also getting to work here on the bottom side, and it looks like this team just has more players on the Rift than Marchi do at this stage of the game.
Everything going...
Oh, lovely.
Oh, man.
SOFM gonna have to flash there as Gemini. He ulted in, but Angel just goes into his stopwatch. We'll see whether he can actually survive this one. The Tempered Fate gets rid of a lot of the damage there as Sword Art saving the rest of his team. Justice Punch comes through, and oh my goodness, could be an Aurelia party, but no! Unleashed Power denies it completely as Mission throws out the gameplay button, and Bin says that he can't outplay that one. It's been outplaying a lot, but you can't really do it towards that ability. Is now PK going to get slowed down? The curtains have been called. It gets rid of the minion wave. Is the last shot not going to land there onto Mission? As they are still trying to make plays on the side of Marchi. Whether it is going to be cloudy or oceany today.
Well, what are you feeling? It was a really bright day today in Seoul.
I'm feeling some earth, wind, and fire. That's what I'm feeling. So I think I'm with you there with the clouds.
I think it's a very rainy day for, yeah. I think it's going to be ocean. I think it's going to be a very rainy day for North America.
All right, well, Koala, that was almost a very cute play out of SOFM, but he may actually just, no, unleash power. Not going to be enough damage there onto SOFM. He had enough grip built up in order to keep himself alive, and we are going to transition into that Mountain Drake that was aforementioned. And unfortunately, this Nautilus is just falling further and further behind. Turret goes down towards the top side as Bin is 100% out of control.
We're going to be going for, so...
Oh, Sword Art, beautifully done.
Yeah. But I don't know, they're all grouping mid lane right now. This is the TSM Classic.
Well, we've got a big flanking teleport here out from the Aurelia. Bin lying in wait towards this control ward. A lot of pings out. Marchi understood that something was afoot. And Big going to go for the face check. They do find SOFM. The arrow connects! And it is going to be the kill going over to PK. Just a little bit overly aggressive there from SOFM. He does feel like every single camp on the map belongs to Marchi, and they will get themselves a bit of respite as a result.
Yeah, it's a really good breath of fresh air for them. They're still down 5,000 gold and 2 very unfortunate dragons. But one of the other flip sides is that it is Cloud Soul. So the third dragon of this game itself doesn't totally matter. Getting 10% ultimate CDR on Suning, not really going to affect the state of the game at 24, 25 minutes. Bean might die, actually.
Yeah, I might be looking for it as he flashes. Oh, does manage to grab the kills. Now Gemini trying to fight him off, but the rest of Suning turn up, and Bin gets out alive! Magical Journey taken by Angel. That's ready this game. Rapid Fire Cannon completed by Huanfeng, who's just looking for an Infinity Edge to complete his trinity of crit items, as the dredge line just going to go wide. SOFM takes that as an invitation, as Bruce is going to get caught out by the Tempered Fate. Sword Art getting into position, does find the Cosmic Binding, but not the stun. Gemini has to flash to get himself out of the way, as Angel almost takes him out with a Proto Belt, as there's the heroic entrance, but SOFM is already dead. Two-man taunt comes through from Angel, though, who's looking to save this team fight, and Bin dashing around. Is he able to find Koala is the question. He's tanking up the turret. Angel grabs that aggro as Sword Art will be able to soak the Shock Blast to keep his Gargoyle alive and soon keep pushing forward.
And a really close encounter right there. They were able to get Graves right before he released collateral damage, which would have added a lot to this team fight. Some more members
in that last team fight. However, he was popped very early. But you have a look down at the CS numbers. He's 50 CS in the lead. This guy's 2 levels above Gemini. He's 100. Yep. This is starting to get to a very heavy wallet situation. Absolutely. It's Mission back on the Rift. You can see PK off to the back, but he's got a couple of lethality items, but doesn't really have much use here in this game, as Angel might have been caught out. There's the Tempered Fate going to land only onto Mission, as Justice Punch is interrupted by Koala. Angel does go golden with his Zhonya's, as SOFM is going to get dredged. But you can see now Bin finding his way into this fight. The Vanguard's Edge comes out. That's going to be that first kill, as the Unleashed Power does basically nothing to Bin. Avoids the Scat of the Week with the stopwatch, and he's going to be able to walk out of here for now. SOFM looking to try and flank, but the volley is going to slow him down. Teleport comes forward as the 4th shot does a lot of work onto Mission. And now who's chasing who? Is Angel full health now as he comes back into the fight. And SOFM over with the Blast Cone. That is going to be a dead Bruce. And how much more can Suning gather? As Koala down to 200. PK tries to find one, but SOFM not going to be falling down this time. Scat of the Week avoided expertly by the rest of Suning. The magical journey comes through. Bin, the one that's very comfortable dashing on forward. And that is going to be the chase down onto Koala. Bin not going to be able to find it. That is going to be the execution as Nautilus does go down.
Well, seems like Suning now, they're going to pick up the Baron. This will almost persist into the Cloud Soul as well if they don't manage to end with the Red Bull Baron power play. We'll have to see what they do manage to get with it. Really helping push back Suning, that we're in such a commanding spot leading up to this whole fight. And Machi, I mean, they had a really good team fight, all things considered. Just didn't quite have enough in the end, especially not when Angel re-teleported back in.
Yep, and I'm really glad that we did focus on the replay. However, there was a double kill that happened in the picture-in-picture. I know you guys could have possibly seen that one. And that's been grabbing a quick couple. Bruce going to be turned gold here as well by Sword Art. That's the double taunt, beautifully done by Angel, and this will be the ace completed by Suning. This has been a massacre start to finish. Has been very close to falling just there. Did manage to nullify a bit of that damage, I guess. But now we'll be able to stack up that fervor and get himself home. Teleport is available, and it looks like Suning are going for the end here at 27.5 minutes. Gemini has respawned. Mission going to be up very soon as well, but the Nexus turrets won't. As Bin has made his way back through, does have himself a Guardian Angel as well. That's going to be a great knock up there onto the Volibear. The taunt to follow through. That's going to be an afterthought kill onto the Volibear as Mission says, well, I'm going to spend some time on the fountain. And Suning say they're moving to 3-1 as we have the Orianna. And this is definitely G2 taking a different approach, as this is going to be
a bit of extra armor going Orianna's way, going Ornn's way inside of the laning phase. It's really big for them against the champions that they're against. And Orianna, we'll see if she ends up even picking up a Seekers, but
keep him up for now and positioned in this lane. Not a lot of mana there for Caps as these command attacks are working up. Jankos in position. See whether he can canter around and grab himself a kill. As there's the bowling ball, and Drowsy is the Orianna. Flash gets past, and Caps gets in there. All too easy, as now plates will come in as well for G2.
Yeah, and Lucian is now just going to get...
As in goes the Ornhorn, the Ram comes down. Not a lot of mana for anything else, as the Brittle is procced, and PK will win out in the trade.
And Jankos, he's going to pick up the Rift Herald for himself. Another big trade. I mean, the action just doesn't stop.
It's only level 5, and Perks had a 4th bullet to give over to Koala. And Bruce unable to follow up there either, as this is a lane, a benchmark for around, 20 minutes is for G2. How far ahead do they need to be to feel comfortable?
I mean, I think with this kind of a team composition, with some of the smoke and mirrors that it has, and what 20 minutes probably means for some of the items on Machi, I think it's a lot closer than it would normally be.
Jankos just exploded. As Mickey goes in with the grand entrance, finds the quickness onto Gemini. They're looking to try and trade junglers. as Gemini moves sideways. Perfect movement there as now Koala in with all the CC, but doesn't land very much of it at all. Caps canceling an auto attack here and there as now Koala taking some shots. The curtain's being called, but the Drake has been taken. And Marchi grabbed a couple. Mickey? That was an odd move as the culling does not enough, and now PK is teleported in very, very late and isn't able to find the knock-up onto Wonder. Does find Perks, but I don't think he was aiming for him as the flash out of the shockwave saves Wonder's life. Yeah. I don't know. I get. Okay. Flash forward. That's going to be the double tap, and Caps takes down Mission. Thankfully, that can take our mind off what we were thinking about prior. As now Wonder does get the taunt onto PK, but he didn't know that Gemini was coming in, and now he's going to get that bad news. Great knock-up onto the Shen. See whether they can take him down. PK taking a bit of damage, but he is able to get that last boop on the noggin. And the Ornn is 1 kill richer. He is still 20 CS behind, but any sort of advantage like that. And
thinking as their next plan of attack, they're just going to wait. Oh, hold on. Koala might just bring it to them.
Yeah, Shockwave is going to completely miss, though, is just encircling the cow, who will be given away in tribute. As Caps picks up that kill, Mickey, he battle danced over, but didn't quite get there in time to assure himself.
In the event that Perks doesn't end up getting it. Yep. I mean, they might just actually plan a top lane, given everyone's so close in proximity. Gemini gonna tango really quick.
Yeah, Searing Charge does get PK out as the quickness has been brought in. He's taken so much damage as Caps locks him down. Yanko's pressed the ult button. I don't know whether he necessarily needed to, but better to be safe than sorry. And G2 are looking for a bit of a reset here. First back comes forward. Yanko's very close to the Leandries. Is okay. In comes Marchi. Looking for Wonder. The backs were completed. That is going to be the dash out, but the Shockwave pulls him right back in Mission, locks down the kill onto the Shen.
Yeah, and that was a pretty good pickup because 30 seconds on the Shen. He's probably going to have to use teleport now, or I'm not sure if Machi's just going to start the Cloud Dragon immediately. And Machi, though, Ornn very close to level 13.
Yeah.
So he starts getting the self-ornaments, almost has that Forge Fire cape that's going to be ready, as well as the Infernal Mask. Bruce also pretty close as well. They really want to get this Cloud Dragon, and then that'll bring the game to Soul Point, and that's a pretty scary situation for G2.
Yeah, Soul Point for the team that has the scaling advantage as well is absolutely terrifying. As in comes the curtain call. They're looking to try and take down the Drake, but they're not going to be able to. Knock up onto PK there. He's taking a lot of damage. That's the Shockwave, but it only lands onto Mickey, who tries to battle dance out. Not quite able to. It's 1-for-1 so far as now Koala is on the run. Wonder so close to death as the Mystic Shot will catch him on the end. Bowling Ball tags Mission, but otherwise he's going to be absolutely fine as Cat goes on over, takes down the cow eventually. As Bruce Arcane shifts his way out, it is going to be an even trade, but the Drake went over to Marchi. And G2 trying to go aggressive, but great defense being played by Mission here on the Orianna. And great position, some vision dominance. Taunt not going to land, but PK still taking a bit of damage. Good snare comes through, but the Searing Charge will be buffered correctly. PK escapes, but does lose over a third of his health bar. And that could be important. Keep your eye on Caps, guys. He's got 3 items. They are going to be able to take down this Drake very quickly. Curtain Call comes in. Not going to be able to land the first couple of bullets, but the third one will connect as Gemini getting chunked. Caps down to half health as well, but he does so much damage. See what he's going to be able to get down this top lane outer turret. Shen going to be moving towards the bottom side. Wonder is going to just keep the pressure on inside lanes as much as he can.
Will propel them to about a 5,000.
Certainly still in it, of course. They got a 5,000 gold lead. This is still good for G2.
Yes.
Just we haven't illustrated that, you know, there is still a chance. But you can see Bruce is pretty big. As the side step comes in for Perks, he does make it out. But you can see the 1v1 certainly working out here for the Ezreal at this point in time. And he doesn't even have his Death's Dance yet. There's the headbutt pole onto Mickey. Massive damage from Perks, though, as Koala said, nope, this is not what I wanted. The Ignite was ticking down, but it's not taken just yet. As he gets taken out by the passive of Yankos. Over the wall he goes. It's a double kill for the Lilia. Make that a triple. No, it's the Shen that steals it away. And G2 have manufactured themselves a team fight victory. And this
for vision or a fight, because they know G2 can't just arbitrarily start the Baron.
Yeah.
The Scryer Orb's still up. They have total sight on some of the G2 champions. Bruce was just popping off in mid lane even.
Has complete control over what happens around this Cloud Drake. It's Mickey. Poke his head in, looking to try and clear out this control ward. All 5 members of Marchi are in this area as now Caps will turn up. Huge engage out of Mickey. Not going to escape, but has he done enough damage and enough crowd control? Gemini having to get out of there as Caps is godlike, taking down the Orianna. He will fall, as it is answered back by a Bruce that does a lot of damage. But Marchi still without control of this area. You can see Yankos, he's relatively low. Is still looking to try and start off.
Now they do have Jin 4th shot, so they should still be able to get this. Oh man.
I mean, Smite's still there, so they are going to be able to take the Drake, and that's a big pop onto the cow. Bruce now taking a lot of damage as well as Perks looking for some revenge, and he'll get it. Double kill comes forward now. PK against the world. Gemini does have his health back, but it looks like he doesn't want any part of this fight whatsoever. Not going to be able to land the W there is Perks, but the Searing Charge I don't think is going to be enough.
He's too tanky.
Yeah, Perks is going to chase past. Yeah, I like the Deficio quote, but he's not too tanky.
Yeah.
Don't you worry about that one.
He finally does end up getting brought down, and this is another example of Marchi approaching something that wasn't totally necessary and then paying for it. Yet again, so G2 really reaping the benefits of Machi's decision-making. And now they're in such a comfortable position. They're about to raise 2 inhibitor turrets. Caps looking like he's going to get that bottom inhibitor.
Yep, Wonder. He's able to get himself out of there. Oh my god, Perks does so much damage alongside Caps as well, who's going to be able to complete that kill, as that's second last bullet. Sorry, third last bullet. Sorry, still did enough damage to make it look like a last shot, as Gemini's going to get chunked by just a double tap, and Caps gets himself out with a relentless pursuit. And this is the end of the game, LS. I don't know how G2 have managed to do it, but they find that one fight, and immediately the game is just over against a gun that scales so beautifully. Marchi just weren't able to follow it through. Gemini and PK against the world now is not even going to be able to find the knock up there. Spirit's Refuge from Wonder, not even necessary. So now Cap's going to be able to take down this turret. There stands United just to get Wonder in there a little bit closer to the fountain, and the Nexus will go down. G2 have now qualified into quarters with this victory. Doesn't matter what happens elsewhere. It's now all about seeding against Suning. We'll see whether they're going to be the first seed.
Jungle for his gold, for his experience lead, and not necessarily unlocking this Twisted Fate to roam around the map unless it's to help out Ben. But Suning, knowing that this is going to happen, because it's happened all tournament long, should have some type of answer here as TL walking in.
But I like it. They look at the situation, they see Bard level 1, they see Lilia level 1, and they're going to wait. They want to bait them in a little bit further. Gold card now coming in. Brock's going to be in trouble, so SOFM getting a decent amount of damage down, but the battle for the Raptors, and the big one will go to SOFM. Big damage, though, down onto Hongfong as he's going to run for his life. Brock's now trying to chase him. Extra movement speed, hard to get away from that Lilia, and it's not going to happen. That's first blood for Jensen. TL finding the level 1 advantage in the end. SOFM happy with the trade for experience. If he takes this red buff, though, it's disastrous. Still, though, Jensen's going to walk forward. SOFM getting just a little bit greasy. Phase rush Brock zooming in and out, trying to find a way back into this one. Gold card going down. Who's going to get it? Brock's is still level 1. It's ticking. Broxy gets it, that's level 2 now coming in, but it's Tom Catch on the backside, and it's absolute chaos. TL fighting with everything they have. It's back and forth. Another gold card. Sword Art walking forward. Hongfong back on the way in. TL, they've bitten off more than they can chew, and they're getting run down. They need to make it out as fast as they can. Run for the hills, TL. You bet it all on this level 1. Do not give it up here. Flash forward. The red card committed. Jensen now in trouble. No one is laning because the lanes do not matter. The level 1, the longest one we've seen this tournament, but TL walking out of the jungle alive. Sadly, Sword Art a little bit too tanky to be taken out that easily. The smite battle is going to come in, but SOFM would rather have the champion chasing forward. Angel over the wall, and SOFM will grab that. Level 4 now for the Graves. 2-camp advantage to SOFM, even after that early game.
And this is kind of one of the biggest differences that I think we've seen between the LPL, the LCK teams, and LCS and LEC. More so for G2, I think, but it's, you know, playing for your jungler versus your jungler playing for you. The priority of bot lane, even the contested push in the mid wave, you can see that Jensen and Angel were actually fighting each other as they were walking towards the jungle. Everything was there for SOFM. His laners dropped everything they had to make sure that he could get that steal off, and now Broxa
big,
possibly looking at Ben.
Broxa already behind in terms of camps overall. If this does not net a kill, if he's not able to get something here, it is going to cost them dearly. If they're flashing forward, they're looking to secure it, and that is going to be one take it back. Broxa finding the kill onto Ben is huge.
And you can see what Ben was thinking. He just saw that...
You see a CS discrepancy on top side, kind of as expected. Good news for Impact is because he's able to just stack armor early on, Jace doesn't really get to rush the lethality route and try to burst his teammates, instead of being forced to go into the Hex Drinker just to be able to survive the coming gang threat. But Angel, Pinton now moving down, the gate now coming out, Brox is stunned up, a lot of damage here. Lilia still very squishy, needs to make it out to safety, trying to flash over the wall, but will not happen. Cannot get close enough and does get taken down.
TL a little bit caught with their pants down right there. They were shifting core JJ mid, just trying to scout. Then the Destiny comes in, gets underneath, and finds Broxa. There's so much skirmishing all the time. You can already see the discrepancy there for Sofum. He now has access to level 6. And with the enemy jungler dead, it's going to be a pretty easy rotation onto the Cloud Dragon. It's not immediately panic zone for TL fans because it's not like their composition really repassed for Sofum to start Herald if he wanted to. And now they're sprinting across map to make sure that he doesn't get the objective.
In the meantime, Sofum not interested in the Herald. Instead, interested in either Broxa and or these Krugs. It'll be a little bit more clear.
He's trying to catch Broxa as he comes around.
Oh, there's no cam.
Destiny, look at Angel. He's waiting in Fog of War, looking to Destiny in.
Smoke screen going down. Impact ulting in, but it's not going to amount to anything. Now going to be sleepy, though. They're going to be in trouble. Jensen debating on his options. He's going to dunk him back down. They're going to try to find the 2v1 on Angel. He goes gold, and he tries to buy a little bit of time. SOFM now stepping forward. That's going to be massive. Big haymaker, but can't connect on the true damage. That's the shot on the backside. Collateral damage will not find anyone. But here comes Core JJ. He can set it up. He can make the play. He can find the ult, but he only manages to hit one. Angel simply next on the list. Now the ultimate coming in for the Jhin. That's the curtain call. Suning 1, 2. He's looking to make it 3. That's the finish out. TL, what a turn.
And the big difference maker was the fact that Tactical made his way across map. Check on the mini-map right now. Hongfeng is still in the bot lane on that Senna. Very slow over the Dragon Pit. And SOFM pathing for Wolves actually may cost his team Dragon. Now, you can see that he's sprinted now back towards the Dragon Pit, and he's very quickly trying to take this. But if TL were really on the clock, they could actually walk down and dissuade him from doing it. But instead, they're focused with this mid lane tower. Like you said, they need to place the Herald there if they wanted to get any sort of use of the plates. They do manage to do that, and they trade Ocean. But in particular on this Bard, to push down mid, and with that extra room, then start swinging out either bottom or top side, and finding picks to start pushing down more towers while we wait for Mountain Dragon and Baron.
And while walking into enemy jungle to secure a little bit of vision certainly isn't the flashiest play, it is exactly what you're asking for. Securing mid prio, walking and getting a division now. But now we have the double play in the mid lane. Cleanse now coming out from Tactical. Is going to be able to back away on that one. SOFM, though, chasing down this kill. Core JJ on the hunt. SOFM could be in trouble here as Brox is now walking in as well. Tactical on a rampage. And again, Suning overplay their hand in the mid lane with these semi-globals.
Yeah, absolutely a whoopsie there, trying to hard force into the mid lane. And now, TL just get to walk this one down mid, as maybe Impact's overextended. Ben's on the other side of him.
Ult out. It's going to be in trouble here, but it's slowly chipped away at here. The true damage, the extra magic damage, and they will find that one. It means top lane tower will be in trouble and will in the end fall in favor of Suning. So Suning fighting back.
Yeah, and kind of the one option that Suning do have at this point, while they're waiting for Destiny to constantly be back up, as well as the Abyssal Voyage, is to just shadow behind Ben and allow him to continue to exploit the top lane. So TL recognize that there's probably nothing they can really do against this Jace unless they're throwing multiple members at him to try to slow him down, especially at this point of his itemization. Although, as I say that, he actually needs to take it back. I was expecting him to have the Muramana by now. I look down, he's like, pickaxe tier Hex Drinker.
Fast charge as far as champions are concerned. Probably not as fast as the full-on Muramana. And Jensen going to one-shot the wave here and walk away. And of course, in the previous fight, I said cleanse. It's actually the Mikhail's coming in for Core JJ, and this itemization is smart. Blow up the TF and be immune to damage from everyone else, as TL will grab this dragon uncontested, denying soul point from the side of Suning.
Yep, there we go. And now TL have the option that they can play to contest the mid wave and then probably move into a Herald. The second Herald, if they can get it.
Trying to secure what vision they can. Suning have mid push, have top push, and this is giving them access to the top side jungle of TL for the first time in what feels like a long time. They now try to catch out Jensen here. Big damage coming in, but of course with the
deep
haymaker
teleport
available.
Look at Impact. He's going way behind.
Curtain call to kick things off. That ult is going to be massive. They managed to hit the Jace. Now he's next up. Oh, the beefy boys just pounded down. Ben ain't got nothing left. Haymaker across him, and TL now pushing in. Clutch off Core JJ. He doesn't want to follow up quite yet. Gold card going to come in. Are they going to be able to pick him off? Broxa going out, but the Sleepy goes down on the Tom Kench. They surely should find a follow-up kill, but the QSS from Tom Kench is going to take him out to safety. Ult into the backside, but they simply cannot find a target. TL will not give any room to Suning to play this fight. They keep all 5 standing.
And this might be the break that TL were looking for. We'll see how bold they are to pull the trigger on the Baron. Sofum is, of course, still alive, has access to Flash as well as Smite. There is no Destiny longer available for Angel, so it'll be much harder to kind of get information about what's happening here.
2K. SOFM can start to step forward. We'll one-shot the trap as it comes out. Jensen, ulti available, can't just suplex SOFM right out of the pit. Has to be able to see him, though. They're waiting, they're buying time. Walking away, though, unstoppable now. SOFM taken away. They decided this is the time to burn it. Are they going to get it? Can they secure TL? There's no one to stop you. They will secure the Baron. And now Angel's in trouble. The flash forward. CoreJJ getting the slowdown. Huangfeng next on the list. Angel could be there to follow with Bin on the backside. A massive shockwave. Will it be enough? He has to find the clutch targets. The Edge of Night is gone. Impact has slain Angel. It is Jace versus the world. SOFM now chasing down Jensen, though, desperate to find this kill. CoreJJ coming over the wall. Are they walking hands first into SOFM, or can they turn this one? Big damage coming in for the Graves, but not enough onto the likes of Jensen. Simply too tanky, and Suning Gaming, they'll run Team Liquid out of town, but the Baron buff is already theirs, and not a lot left as Impact comes in. Clutch, big haymaker to close it out. CoreJJ to follow, and Suning double down on a losing play and come up even further behind. Sword Art, nothing there for him. Bin wants to go, this is his montage moment. He finds one. Can he turn 2? No, it does not look like it. The tanks are there for Team Liquid, and they're holding on to hope.
Not today. Looking at the world and say, we're still in this one.
Here's the thing, Frostgrove. When we talked about this backstage, we said, how do you beat Suning? We said, you have to match them early. You have to pass the skill check early game or you're done. But if you get late game, this is where Suning start to fumble, because yes, Sword Art is a veteran, yes, SOFM is a veteran, but they have to rally the rookies around them to keep it together, to keep it tempered in a game where TL are in total control here. Huangfeng forcing the flash out. Minions now collapsing. They start to break inhibitors. That's when the game truly feels like it's going to start to end. Jensen, blinded for now, has to back off. Suning seeming to hold on to their base for now, but the tower's getting chipped away at. That's going to be it. SOFM going over the wall, though, very greedy. Now the follow from Tactical. One big shot, but Tactical's caught himself in the middle of the entire team, and they've taken him down. Tactical overstays his welcome. Too greedy for the kill on the Graves, and maybe that turns the fight. But Angel getting chipped away at. Team Liquid will not let his sacrifice be in vain, and they'll find it back.
Okay, TL still much in control. Bin has moved down for from the top side, but he's going to be very delayed to this fight here. Maybe he can get a big shock blast, but I think TL got exactly what they came for. Can we talk about how Angel just messiahed into the backline without Hourglass?
Yes. Is that... Do you think Angel wants us to talk about that?
Gave away some objectives. You know, maybe if they had contested a little bit more, given a little bit more attention to Bin, this might be a different game. But like you said, TL got to survive the lane phase. They created good opportunities for Broxa and really cracked the game open over that Baron play.
He's going for a second lethality item. Step forward, continuing to poke from a distance. So if I'm taking a big chunk back there in response, and while the Jhin is very good at sieging, and the Bard's certainly good at supporting him, the rest of the members of this team, unless they're going for full-on dive, don't have a lot in terms of tower threat.
I like how Impact is just chasing Angel around and then just trying to deny him from pressuring towers. Now Angel is resetting his position, so this is the window where if Suning want to go, they go now.
Bardal is not going to connect the Jensen still in the midst of the entire team. The suplex back down into the backside, but there goes Impact. He finds 2. Those are the key carries. Angel, the only one standing. Can they pull this away? Bin now running for his life. Destiny coming out, but it looks like it's Suning's destiny to fall to Team Liquid. It's the curtain call. It's coming out. It's looking to close it out as well, as Jensen is unkillable. Turning it back, the Haymaker not quite available on the edge of the health bar, but he will not go down, and still 5 members of TL stand strong. 40 seconds to the Baron, but they might not even need it to end this game.
Bin has teleported into the backline. He's going to be coming up behind TL. He might just immediately delete Broxa here.
Stepping forward, final moments of the game. This one is clutch. Bin, as you said, on the backside. Big shockwave, the flash out. Bin needs to find this one, but the tools are there to protect Tactical. Jensen stepping forward. Haymaker going to buy him a bit of time, but TL backing off. They don't want to throw everything away on this one. But then he goes. That's going to be it. The Malphite ult already back up. Bin is down. Angel simply next. TL baiting them into a false sense of security. Angel goes golden, but now he'll go down. Huangfeng next on the list, and that's going to be it. The Tom catch down. SOFM, one man and a shotgun versus the world. TL closes this one out. Total control here in the mid game. Should be able to walk in. Huangfang and SOFM simply not strong enough to stop this. The tank ult cooldowns are simply too low. Big damage coming in. And North America, if you're not awake now, it's time to wake up. Can you feel it? The Team Liquid Miracle Run dream is alive and well. One more win and soon in falling to G2 when Tia will find the tiebreaker to make it out of groups. Most certainly will be difficult to deal with, especially past the level 6 mark.
And again, we need
Bard.
some sort of setup here for...
Red side invade, enemy red buff invade. So they're gonna have to mix things up a little bit. They will walk into the enemy team, but still confident to step forward. Core JJ leaping in. Big Pantheon level 1, Conqueror already proc. That's gonna be first blood. TL fans love to see it. Have they lost a game yet when they've started with a level 1 like this, Frosco? I don't think so.
100% when you go for the level 1 invade. And now the Senna
no.
is really making sense to me right there as it's back-to-back snares into Core JJ picking up the first blood. Having that early CC, it feels like a very practice maneuver, very coached, very telegraphed and planned out. Gemini so far behind, chasing him off of camps. And again, because Brox has started Raptor and Krug and is now on his red buff, those camps will be spawning very early. I just think that there's a world here where TL, if they play out this early game pretty passively and like no more kills or skirmishing, although as I say that, Core JJ's sprinting at Gemini, you could see like a 2-level, 3-level difference between the junglers Broxa and Gemini soon.
Yeah, and luckily the balance team has already taken down Pantheon early game a little bit, but this is disgusting. They just killed Koala. Core JJ is level 2 and has a support item. He's 1v1 in Lee Sin's in the jungle. He's one-tapping Bards. This man, Swifty Boost Pantheon now running out of base into the mid lane, ready to make a play as Gemini and PK team up just to get Gemini some farm back here. Impact sitting pretty comfortably in that lane, already an 11 CS advantage on the bottom side. It's getting even worse.
Look at Core JJ.
Machi. He's still level 2.
He's just hunting for
He doesn't even
Gemini.
have the level 3 ability that lets him get away with all this stuff. Oh no. Mission. It's time to run. He's going to choose who he dies to, and he's opted to die to Jensen and Broxa. That'll going to be the finisher there. And let's be honest, this game could have been close, it could have been tense, it could have been intense, and while certainly scaling is an avenue out for Machi at this point, right now, this is Team Liquid's game. They are much out of mana. Has the biscuits, of course, to bring some of that back, but can't really afford to overextend entirely here. Mission going to leap out of that one. Looks like he's probably already used the ulti a few times. That's why he's not comfortable using the stacks there, but it looks like they'll finally fade away, and he can ult out to safety on that one. Now the engage coming into the bottom side. Tactical potentially in trouble, but Core JJ now looking to turn it. Not a lot of mana left, but he's still got enough for the piercing darkness. We'll step forward, and again, Machi trying to find plays, trying to find something, but ending up empty-handed.
Trying to brute force something through the lane phase, but Tactical and Core JJ just make them hit a brick wall, and even 3v2 in the situation will get the wave to crash and a nice back for themselves. And Broxa, now that he knows where Gemini is, can take the Raptor camp. You can see that PK's been pulled.
He can also maybe try to take the Cassidon, but PK is going to be able to do a lot of damage here, Ornn-based damage. Pretty disgusting. The sleep now coming in. The Shen could be coming in as well. They're going to let that one nap, and now they're going to follow through, and that's going to be it. Top lane dead as well. And again, no matter what Machi tried to do, Team Liquid have been one step ahead this entire game.
And Core JJ is about to get on it too. They're looking for a dive.
Impact. Binding's going to connect, but the Shen can just taunt for the wall. They're immediately going to leap onto the Cassidon. Mission has no mana. That's going to be it. Jet's going to pick up that one on the backside, and Core JJ now running to safety. Impact potentially in trouble here, getting lower and lower. Pull the blade through. No, instead flash out to safety.
Priority that he has in top and mid.
And the lead's not getting any smaller, Roscoe. And the wards, while they will spot out Broxa doing this, there's really no tools to contest. PK can't really do much in the individual one-for-one trades. It's only going to get harder when the Titanic Hydra starts to come through. Also, optimizing for this much armor early on is maybe a little questionable. Fine, I guess, in the context of 1v1. Not quite as good when the jungler wants to rear his head on the top side of the map, but that's going to be a big ult in the mid lane. It happened so fast we couldn't even catch it. Just the tail end of what's happening here in the game. Certainly, these big blue bars will tell you all you need to see.
Okay, but you can see it coming. They've got Koala, he's got ultimate. This is it. This is their moment for Machi to maybe get something back.
Impact. Still pretty tanky. Is he close enough to the wall to find the stun? Kick back through. Impact is going to get locked up and should get taken down here. Gemini going to find that kill. That's the start for Machi.
We're on the board.
He's got stones, that boy, staying under that tower as long as he did.
Was it Bruce or was it Koala that was hulking out?
Yeah.
TL saw Koala. They don't have any information, I believe, of where Lee Sin is, and they decide not to risk it. Instead, Broxa continuing his power farm, 102 CS.
The thing is,
66.
There aren't a lot of wrong choices for TL right now.
They got lots of options.
There's lots of options. formerly mediocre choices are now good choices because of the lead that they're bringing to the table.
They're going to do it again.
Oh, going to interrupt there. Paul has just used the ult to stop the initial charge coming through, but he may cost him his life, so he's going to give up some gold and some pressure in the mid lane in exchange for a life of his own. But the tower will still drop, and now Jensen is looking for the cheeky 1v2. Mission leaping forward, trying to get a bit of damage down, but Brox is here for the backup. Any damage at all connects, and he'll be put to sleep instantly. Brox is looking for the follow-up. That's going to be one sleepy Cassidy. Nope! Now he's going to go to sleep, and now the finish comes through. TL, again, Jensen unstoppable tells you everything you need to know.
And you can see it written on Mission's face right there. Sits back and sighs. And so much pressure to bot side. Bruce and Quilla were like, peace! We can't defend that tower! All they've got is tried this 4-man dive onto Impact. This is Machi's moment. This is the play that they have because bot lane is owned by TL.
Taunt already coming through. The kickback, though, not quite going the way that they wanted to go, but ooh, gonna predict the flash coming in from Impact, and maybe they can finish this one, but that's Spirit's Refuge. That's the Bard ult now coming in. They are gonna be able to finish that kill. It costs them damn near everything, but that's at least something back for Machi.
Oh, yeah.
TL just continuing to push forward. They'll give up a tower. They're gonna break tier 2 mid here. Of course, things are only gonna get more difficult for Machi as we move forward, because we're now going to see the Umbral Glaive come out from Pantheon on top of the sweepers, and there will essentially be no safe space left for Machi. They are praying for Team Liquid to take an early inhibitor so they can at least get some gold back.
And the really big issue is going to be these lane assignments, as I'll hold it though, because TL may be looking for some picks right before they fall to Infernal. Don't think Machi are going to expose themselves, and so Machi should just wave the white flag here, give away the Infernal. They're not in a position to try to fight for this one. So back to my lane assignment point. You have Cassidy, and he's 0-4-0. He has a really nice necklace. It's got a good pendant, some nice shoes.
Catalyst.
Look, yeah.
Now he's got a little stick.
It's not great for him. He needs a while.
Veil. The long-range Bard or Ashe ultimates are less and less viable.
You'd have to sync them. Again, that Spider Sense from TL, or excuse me, Impact. He's shadowing underneath his bot lane. Because again, what Machi are hunting for is, yeah, you have the Edge of Night, but you're looking for Bard ultimate into Ashe Arrow. But it's just a really hard puzzle for Machi to solve.
The Pantheon, the global of the Shen, TP's mashed on the opposite side.
And that's the thing. It's also the fact that Mission and Ornn are going to push like pretty slowly in these side lanes. But also, if you do play the side lanes, all those globals that you just talked about.
That's going to be the lockup. That's going to be the follow-up CC. Big ulti to finish. Tactical going to find one. They're going to look to make it two as the Scat of the Week goes across the backside. Bruce is next. Core JJ out for blood, and PK now running for the hills. Brox off to the side, 1v1ing the Cassidy. Not a good sign for Machi. TL taking their time with this one, but it's feeling like a done deal.
Yep, Impact also holding the tower aggro right there. Unfortunately, the wave isn't big enough for them, so TL. Oh no. Herald into top inhib. You got it that one.
This time the timing is right, however, but still, without anyone there to hit the backside of that Herald, it's going to be tough.
Also, meanwhile, mid lane, that tower is also falling down. The thing is that TL have snowballed this game so incredibly out of control. That's a 3 for NA and EU here. If you're a Machi or Suning fan, if you're a Machi fan, you're having a real bad day.
That's true. It's a rough day.
A fly flew into your coffee. Your toast was burnt.
Oh, it's not. It's not good. The toast was so burnt.
You didn't even get real butter. You got that fake stuff.
You got margarine. They say you can't believe it's not butter. You can believe it's not butter. Broxa can't believe it's not over already. The kills are now coming through. Koala gonna get taken out here. The Ignite to finish it off. Will get burned down. Core JJ now on a killing spree. 3-0-5. Only 2 deaths on the team, and they're coming in from Impact, and it took 4 members from Machi both times to do it. Impact and the rest of TL could look to end the game right here. A small amount of risk in that proposition, but with PK getting locked up now, not so much anymore. That's all the engage options down, all eyes on Mission, but he doesn't really have the damage to close this one out. TL, though, running out of minions quickly. Will be able to grab at least 1 tower. Stud now going in. Core JJ gonna have to back off of that one. Maybe, just maybe, Mission can start to turn this one. Have they overstayed? Bruce stepping forward, slowly chipping away, slowly whittling them down, but that's gonna be Sleepy, and that's gonna be a tactical leaping forward, but he will get taken down by the Cassidy. Gemini on the backside, Koala coming forward, big ult going down. Core JJ locked up.
Cassidy
most certainly will fall here. Spear going in. Core JJ living for way too long, with the shutdown will come in. TL will now back off.
Okay, Gemini making right now level 15. I don't know if level 16 will really be the difference maker here because he's still very far behind in itemization, does have access to the stopwatch, however. But Machi know that they have one more team fight left in them to try and do any shadowing. Now that they have inside track on this bottom inhib, TL, take 3 ultimates, Bard, Ornn, and Ashe ultimate, and then walk bottom.
Kick back, Jensen in the middle of the team. Maybe they can get the follow, but they don't really have the damage quite yet. Koala gonna get one tap, but not quite. The shutdown now onto Jensen, that's big. Koala dying to creeps though. Bruce taken out as well. Broxa just sweeping through the entire team. He's just too fast to be dodged out on. They're gonna close that up pretty easy. Cassidy on the flank, maybe wanting to get something done. There's so many low health bars. Mission. On a mission. Trying to find the flank, but it's looking like it might already be over. Core JJ ready to instantly stun the second Cassidy leaps forward.
You also have the Stand United about to come up on Impact, and if they're not keeping perfect information about that cooldown, Mission might not even try to risk this. And because it's Cassidy, it's not like he can clear out or contest these waves. TL can just force the game down. There's not much Mission can do.
This flash taunt connects perfectly for Impact. That should be the game, but TL still want to grab a few more kills just to make it a little bit sweeter as they have to wait out in the next game, but that's going to do it. TL, an unbelievable victory against Suning, and now a commanding win against Machi. TL will take their time here, knowing that the Miracle Run is alive, that the tiebreaker could secure them a way out of groups, and now TL, the biggest G2 fans in the world, as they pray for an EU win.
Outside of losing to G2 in the second time
Support now for Mickey. Perks busting out the Callista, and the big question is going to be, does he bind?
His jungler out here. Oh, this one's going to hurt Sofum. He really cares about Krugs.
But now stepping forward, Sword Art's going to be in trouble here. Where's the follow-up going to go, though? TP now coming in. Perk's actually going to be the one who gets turned on here. The TP now completing. Syndra on the way in. Angel now has a bit of mana. Big scatter of the week and the turn. That's going to be first blood. Caps just barely able to make it over the wall, but Honfang is not done yet. But the Dragon is going to knock him back. It's going to stop him in his tracks. Still, Suning chasing forward, trying to maximize, trying to double down on this advantage, but have to be careful. The Dragon's certainly helping out G2 at this point. Honfang has to run for the hills. He's going to get locked down, but will he get taken out? No. The flag dragged through, but Yankos is going to flash over the top. Caps waiting on the backside. It's a drawn-out brawl. Wonder on the backside. What else can he get done? Can they kite the Croc? Flash forward is going to be able to lock him down, but does not stun the right target. Wants to go through the wall, but the portal, so tiny, doesn't make any sense to follow through on, and Caps now has to get out. Yankos has to get out. Where's he going to go? Waiting on the phase dive. Going to dash away to safety. Honfang coming through. Angel messes up the combo! He could have had it.
He does have vision to see that he's not in bottom side river. He knows that all the bot side camps have been taken, so he must assume that Yankos is on top side with red buff being back up, which means that this freeze can now actually try to punish. So we'll see if Sofum tries to dig him out as blue is spawning on this side. He should hand it over to Angel, or if Sofum will hand the blue, then path back towards Infernal and try to use Bin as a soaking pressure point to trade Dragon for his Camille.
That's certainly a good question. Of course, we can expect the action to uptick at least a little bit. Is now Wonder going to be caught out. The hookshot wall dive, the leap in, but now Bard coming in across, and the Sentinel just a little bit too late there from Perks and Mickey. Nice kill pickup. Sword Art now going to tick over to level 6 as well. A lot of things going in favor of Suning.
He's just really talented. It's been a long time where you've seen
hold that thought, big fat stun, and goodbye to Angel. All right, 1 for 1. Teams now trading blows.
Speaking of talented, Caps. I was about to give a compliment to Bin and the top laners for LPL, but I might not have a dodging the Cataclysm damage, and the damage may have been done for Suning, however.
Herald now coming in on the bottom side. Bin going to be in trouble here. Sofum's already back. He's already walking top side, so this should be pretty easy for G2 to be able to take this tower with the power of the Herald, but they might fish for some kills as well.
Wow. Just really impressive individual outplays from G2 to allow them to pick up these monster objectives. Multiple plates on Perks here. Yankos is still sitting on the Herald. He can drop it here if he wants, or he can save it for mid lane. And control over Herald is, Dragon as Suning trying to fight back.
Big damage coming in. Perks now needs to make his way out to safety. Yankos is going to get shut down on the backside, though. Absolutely just shredded through by that Syndra. And now G2 are caught between the entire team. They're trying to get at least 1 kill back, but G2 very much overcommitting, getting nothing in exchange. Now they've got mid and they've got top pushing, but in the meantime, Suning is just clapping the fight.
Caster cursed the hell out of G2 right there. So I was just complimenting that in the kind of the last 2 fights, the solo kill on mid, the outplay on the bot lane, especially with the TP. But then G2 just had to go and way overcommit there. They got greedy for the plates, and Suning, like you said, just clapped on them. They got the resets onto the map. They picked up multiple kills in the bot lane. There wasn't any TPs to come in to save G2, and they picked up the Infernal. So a very nice turn for Sword Art. Nice little sidestep to make sure that Perks and Mickey weren't able to trade 1 for 1 there on the back half, as well as leading with the Bard ultimate. But coming back onto the map, there's the Herald that we wanted to see. They're forced to use it. to break down this bottom lane, continue to snowball and keep this hill tops, as Xiaohu and the likes have been recent representatives, more of those tank-oriented players. Maybe it's time for Suning to remind the world that LPL used to be known for their carry tops.
Certainly potential to do so this game. Has a bounty on his head, 2-0-2. The free boots have now come through as well. And the later this game goes, the more Bin is going to be a big threat. And he's already a big threat right now. A little bit awkward there, but it's not going to matter too much. Wonder is just going to get locked up and taken down. A wasted Camille ult, but Suning not going to feel too bad about that one as they now push in on the top side of the map.
Yeah, continuing to funnel gold also on the Camille. Now, maybe you get some damage back here for G2, although you need to respect that if you don't have information about where the rest of Suning are, that you can get flanked like this.
Pull back, now looking to engage already. Sorter now coming in though, stun should connect. Mickey gonna go down, Perks probably just next on the menu. G2 very much overplaying their hand.
And rightfully punished. To quote Cadril, that's illegal. You didn't know that where Suning was. They could have absolutely flanked you, and they do just that.
Yeah, Bin now going in on Caps. He's running out of mana pretty rapidly, but I still think this trade favors him overall. Caps doesn't seem like he's going to be able to turn this one. One more stun, just gets the Z-Drive Resonance and is now running out to safety, but here comes SOFM. Where's the Flag and Drag going to go? Waiting for the ultimate. They're covering every angle. Gets him with the chilling. Smite hits him with the emote, and my God,
is killable at this point, although is itemizing toward the Bork, so does want to try to fight onto these side lanes, but needs to be much more careful about it.
Definitely does. Continuing to step forward here. Again, though, eyes on the Bard ult, eyes on the Jarvan. These are the big ways to kick fights off in as well, getting scarier and scarier. So Suning really just able to walk up and push in. They've got 4 members here around the mid lane where G2 are just playing catch up on the side waves. And now Perks has been caught out. He's been isolated. The exhaust is now coming in. Mickey gonna find the knockup though. Can they take down Bin? They're running for the hills. Bin, has he overstayed? No flash, remember. But the hook shot, the wall dive. The flash over from Wonder, the instant stun. Now they want to turn it. Yanko's stepping forward. Hong Fong gonna be in trouble. Wonder immediately to the back line. This is where you want the Renekton. Collateral damage across the front. They're chasing them down. Angel gonna get good damage down, but not nearly enough to finish a kill. Running now. Disengage for a brief moment. The extra movement speed isn't enough. The phase dive will connect. Sordar now has to run as well. G2 find a fight. They find a shutdown. They'll find the Drake as well. And just like that, they get an opportunity to bring themselves back into the game.
Going blow for blow. Who's going to overextend this time? This time around, Suning go a little bit too deep. Now they do manage to get most of their members out.
Bottom lane tower now going to fall. Wonder is on the top side looking to trade 1-for-1 on towers, but Yankos has now been caught out. Not nearly enough damage, and Caps might simply be another name on the list. Suning continue to push forward.
This Camille is just an absolute terror right now. 4-1-3 for Ben. You'd think that he had flash with the gaps that he's able to close.
Yeah. Very, don't even access to flash hookshot, and it's so powerful. Mickey has to be very careful here. Ben might look like he's at half health, but he can still one-tap the Senna if given the opportunity to do so. Bit of an anti-synergy there, but they're still going to be able to find the kill as Sword Art takes out Perks in the midst of that one. Suning now barreling down the mid lane. They remember what happened last time they let G2 get to late game, and they're not going to do it this time around. 20 minutes in, 12 kills to 4, and now
mid lane, but Suning expertly sniffed that one out and just really putting the damage in with a lot of this poke from Huangfeng. It's two waves crashing.
Jumping forward, laying down a little bit of damage, can't quite proc the passive, and meanwhile a tower is going to fall, and that looks like Yanko's just deleted. He's so squishy at this point in the game. Perks simply next. They're going to take him out too. They're ignoring Caps. They're just chopping down squishy members one at a time. Caps wants to do everything that he can to bring this one back, but he can't even kill SOFM. Mickey going to get dropped as well. Precision protocols left and right, and it'll be a tactical sweep for Suning because they are just cleaning house. G2 could not do it when it mattered most. They wanted to secure first seed. They'll get another shot to do so, but they'll deny the chance for Team Liquid to play their way out of this group.
And the FPX logos, the Invictus Gaming logos flashing. Suning are saying we may be the third seed, but we are here to represent the LPL. It is World Championships back-to-back for us, and you cannot count us out. They will get the tiebreaker for G2 to see who gets first in this group.
For G2, a few minutes to go back to the drawing board to figure out what they need.